MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Here's Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Fields. He'll try and do this himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Fields, such an athletic quarterback, gets him the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And 10, it's Herbert. Down to about the 45. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
One play action. Fields. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Fields going to run. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt.
It's now 4th down and 1.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
So no advantage in this game for either quarterback in terms of coming off that open week, huh?
Yeah, they both had buys.
Both had them, so you got to figure both of them went back, watched some extra tape, polished up their game, checked out their fundamentals. But they also both had an extra week to prepare for each other's defenses. This could be a whole lot of fun.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To throw is Sanders. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Browns, first down.
On first down, here's Jenkins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Sanders to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Sanders. And that one too wide and incomplete. The Browns at 2-6 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Jets offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard.
In motion left goes Reynolds.
At the 46-yard line.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reynolds. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up third.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they'll tell their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Brings up second and 8.
Right to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing, Sanders. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Will McDonald. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That's good for the Jets.
Now it's Fields. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
Herbert powering up the middle. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
First down.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch that?
Absolutely.
You know, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and he was taking care of that early.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
First and goal from just inside the 5. Out of the gun, Fields. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Herbert is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Lost a yard. It's now third and goal.
No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Fields now to throw. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And able to get this out to the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. He'll get this complete to Tillman. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second down.
They'll give up the middle. Jenkins. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
The Browns, first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Browns.
A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Sanders. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Their former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down.
If you rank 1 from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, 1 from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31. Under pressure, they got him again. Will McDonald able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
To throw is Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Reynolds. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
A good pickup there at 22.
That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
An inside run with Jenkins. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
A toss to Jenkins, running right.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Now Sanders. He gets that one complete to Wicks.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Shedeur.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So out now come the Jets.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Wilson's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Fields. Now a run, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Malik Collins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Austin McNamara now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 23. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Well, the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
First down, right back to Jenkins. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw now, here's Sanders. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 13.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Here's Sanders. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Browns first down.
Operating from the gun, Sanders. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a gain of a yard.
Sanders once more. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. They'll give it to Jenkins. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Cleveland.
On play action, here's Shedeur. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
That's another Browns.
Back to throw. Sanders. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun here, Sanders. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
On 3rd and goal, Sanders. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 10 yards out. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Back to throw. Fields. Caught. It's Wilson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
At the 32-yard line.
From the gun, here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's to Taylor, the tight end. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Fields going to run.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And now Nick Folk, his career long, 56 yards. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will knot us up at 10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this 3rd quarter. It's a tight football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
A gain of 15. And the Browns first down.
Judkins going to run it out of the gun. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Once again, Judkins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Sanders to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
But that's the down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Now Fields going to run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And yeah, almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Fields under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mason Graham in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Jenkins. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
A give. Here's Jenkins. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Browns, 1st down. It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Cleveland.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swinging to the ball carrier.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 8.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Browns, 1st down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Sanders. That's complete to Wicks. And he's across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. Throwing, Sanders. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Now Sanders throwing to start the drive. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, Sanders. He'll swing this out to Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
1st and goal, Cleveland.
On the toss, Jenkins. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? From the gun, it's Sanders. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Quinshon Judkins, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. His first career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have...
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a final return for Browns TD. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. A little juke. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Carson Schlesinger in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick from here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Cleveland offense making their way out. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Judkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Sanders throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Sanders setting up the screen for Judkins. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Shedeur. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
On for the extra point is Folk. He's got it, and it's 24-17. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Browns offense and Jerry Jeudy ready to go once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. The Cleveland offense ready to go. On play action, it's Gabriel. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Gabriel looking to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
A 12-yard gain on the play.
Throwing now, Gabriel. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw is Fields. And his throw is incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Fields going to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That's good for a Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need him to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
12 more yards. That's another Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's back. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Here's Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. Fields, has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
14 yards. That's another Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 7. Here's a give to Herbert. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now Fields. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Here's 2nd and 3.
Out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
2nd and 3.
A handoff for Herbert. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10.
Herbert once more. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11. At the Browns' 15-yard line.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Fields now to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Josh Reynolds, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds. And obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 2nd and 10. To the air is Gabriel. Now he's going to step up and run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Browns, first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun here, Gabriel. This is the tight end, Njoku. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
13 yards on the play. That's another Browns first down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On the ground, it's Ford. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw, Gabriel. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Now Gabriel. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a first carry for their fullback. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
That guy's going to want the football a whole lot more. I'd hate to be the offensive coordinator now because all he's going to say is, how come I'm not touching him more? Do you see me out there moving around, wiggling and making it happen? Give me the ball, coach.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. He's made one and he's missed one thus far. This for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for the Browns, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.